Hi there, my name's Andrew Robertson. Welcome to the Millionaire Mindset 21-Day Challenge. Today I'm going to share with you some concepts around a really important area that I believe millionaires need to really understand is this concept of finding flow in our business and in our lives. And I'm going to firstly just take this example of playing golf. And I want you to think about you've just made a decision to become a professional golfer. And for those that that understand golf, we start at a high handicap and we move all the way down to a zero handicap. That's where you become a professional. And so you commit to it. And if we go all the way back to that decision point when we commit to becoming a professional golfer, the first thing we're probably going to do, if you think about it, is we're going to put a coach on who's going to show us how to swing correctly. Okay, that's going to be the first thing that we're going to do. Secondly, we're more than likely, because we've made a commitment, we're more than likely going to get the right gear. So a good set of clubs that work for us and the right clothing, the right footwear. And then the third thing that we need to do is practice. It's not really that complicated. There's just those 3 steps. If you get those 3 steps right and you practice over and over and over and over again, I believe that practically anyone can get to the zero unless an injury or something external happens that pulls them off course. I really believe with commitment, with the right coach, the right training, right gear, practice, you will get there. And so it is in business as well and life, in anything that we do. But there's something really interesting we've got to look at for a moment, because on your journey, when you reach, say, the handicap of 10, let's say you're moving towards the handicap of 0 and you reach 10, I want you just to really stop for a moment and ask the question, am I happier? Because we think by reaching that little destination, it's going to make our lives happier. But the reality is the first thing you're going to do is, no, I'm going to keep getting there towards my goal. And let's say eventually you do hit the 0. And I'm going to ask the question again, are you happier? Now you might be temporarily celebrating the fact that you've achieved this goal, but how long is that going to last? And this is a really strong definition of understanding the importance of this journey that we move towards. You know, you're mad sacrificing, could you imagine sacrificing every golf game and not enjoying it until you reach 0? It's all about the journey. It's all about playing golf to enjoy it. And here's the other thing. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to panic. In fact, if you're out there trying to hit the ball faster and harder and trying to put more games in, that's not going to get you there. The thing that's going to get you there is the right theory, which is the right swing, and then the experience of playing golf under the right theory. And so we now move into this concept of finding flow. How do we find this more flow, this energy? So obviously our goals manifest, but we substantially enjoy the journey, because I've seen this so many times. A business owner will make $1 million, they'll move into their dream house, and then they're hit with depression because they think that that's it. They think that that material goal is what's going to make them feel fulfilled. But you know what? It never does. And so these 3 steps, number 1, we have to ask ourselves, are we on the right bus? Are we doing what we truly want to be doing? Are we passionate? If we're going back to golf, do we really love playing golf? Or are we doing it for the ego of getting to the 0? Does our heart want us to play golf? That's the first thing we've got to look at. You see, I believe that we need sometimes education to change direction instead of motivation to speed up. I think there's a lot of trainers out there that are telling us, well, you can do anything if you just try hard enough and push hard enough. I'm like, you know what? Can that? Because I don't think you have to try when you're doing what you love. And if you haven't found it yet, keep trying. Keep moving. The second area that I want to talk about is this importance of letting go. You see, what we do is we set an expectation and we set ourselves this goal and we set this big dream, and that's fantastic. That's just the end point. It's like the golf. Why concentrate on the 0 when the only thing that's going to get you to the 0 is the practice? So why not set the goals around practicing more, playing more golf instead of this whole endpoint? And letting go is when you set the goal and then you bring your presence back to the moment. And you focus on doing the small things that will eventually get you to the goal. I think holding on to the goal can actually push that goal away from you. And last but not least, we need to understand that we need to focus on what we do best and we need to get rid of the rest. This is huge for me. And I really get this, that when we're doing tasks we don't enjoy, we're not in flow, we're in angst, frustration. When you're doing stuff you love and you let go of everything else, you're in flow, you're giving off gratitude. And we know this, when we're giving off a good feeling, we attract good things. When we're doing things we don't like, we're giving off bad energy, which means we attract bad energy. So even if you can't afford, on your journey creating successful business, if you can't afford to find people to do the low value tasks, I'm going to be really blunt and say you can't afford not to. Because one thing that I've learned is if we were to take a dolphin, and if you watch a dolphin surf a wave, it's surfing on the wave using the power of nature to move it forward, and it's having an absolute ball. But so many humans are 3 meters in front of the wave working their backsides off, thinking that they're being smart and they're going to get to the goal sooner. Now you may stay out in front of the wave for a little while, but you're going to burn yourself out, you're not going to have fun, and eventually you're not going to enjoy the journey. And eventually you will fall behind that wave that will catch up with you. So my suggestion, sit back, enjoy this journey, let go of the goal, and everything will take care of itself for you.